Hey, Numeric here. Thanks for hanging out with us today. The goal in this video is to give you some of the pros, cons of this game, see if it might be right for you. Some of these are really good, like really good pros that actually got me hooked to this shooter because I don't usually play a shooter more than like 40 or 50 hours before I get bored, and this one has kept me hooked. Quick summary of the game is Hell Let Loose. It's just a realistic World War II battle game. I mean, that's pretty much what it is. Huge world and everything. It's got massive maps, variety of different roles. It has its pros and cons, which we're going to go over in this video. And hopefully that'll give you an idea of if this game is for you, if it's not for you, because it's not for everyone. But I think it brings a lot to the table that most shooters right now do not bring. So we'll go over the pros, and then after we go over the pros, we'll go over the cons, and we'll do a quick recap. But thank you for hanging out with us today, and I hope you enjoy this video. So the first pro we're going to go over is teamwork. If you do not like being a team player, please do not pick this game up and play it. Because one bad person, two bad people who don't want to, not bad people, but people who don't want to work as a team, it'll ruin the squad, possibly ruin the flow of the whole team. And that could cause you to lose, you probably won't like it first off if you're someone who likes to be the solo run and gun guy. And your squad definitely won't like it, and the team really won't like it. You kind of need everyone to work together to ensure victory as much as possible. It's very focused on teamwork. So if you're not big into that, please don't pick it up. But if you are a team player, this game has a bunch of stuff for you. From the different... you have your commander top who kind of guides the team in the direction. It's one brain to help move everyone. He can drop different stuff for you that you need, supplies, different armors, maybe give you a recon run that he can see everything, and he'll work with the other squad leaders. And it's squad leaders' role to kind of help you, get to where you need to be. They'll also sometimes suggest you switch roles. Just do it and help them out. It's beneficial because you'll start to learn that role, because usually if they ask you to switch roles and you've never done it, just get on comms and say, hey, I've never done this role, but I'll switch if you'll help me through it. Most people in this game are pretty friendly and willing to help you. I used to play MMOs, and that was my big thing with them. Some of them I didn't even like that I played, the actual gameplay, but I really liked the teamwork part of it. And this game delivers that unlike any shooter I have played. I mean, you have that in Squad, is it called, I think it's Squads, Arma, stuff like that. But this is a different level with a little smoother flow, in my opinion. It's important to work as a team from all the way up from commander to your squad leaders to the level 1 rifleman who's just learning the game. Work as a team to help him out so he can improve and try other roles out later on and actually grow. If you see, enemy tanks and you're not the officer on your team, let your officer know, hey, there's a mark on my mark, there's a tank, and they'll go and look. So it's super team-based. I know it's two teams against each other, obviously, but it takes it to another level compared to most games. So it's just something to think about before picking up this game. Do you really want to be so team focused, or are you someone who likes more like the Call of Duty and Battlefield style where one man can go and do a whole bunch by himself? Because that is not the case in this game. So we'll go on to the next one. The second pro we'll be going over is realism. The game will get your blood pumping. It will. When you're defending a point, there's 15, 20 people shooting at the point, trying to move up to the point. You have artillery raining down. You have tanks firing. You have carpet bombs coming. The enemy's dropping, an airhead to spawn at behind the way the majority of the force is. So now you're having to revert that way. Your blood will pump. Your bloody buddy gets blown up next to you. He's all bloody. Legs are everywhere. It's unreal how immersive this game is. The sounds, the sounds the bullets make as they travel across your head, when they hit rock or dirt behind you, the noise it makes, a wall. the way your screen will get all fuzzy if someone's suppressing you, it'll just change your outlook on other shooters. This game is the perfect balance of, fictional and realistic, in my opinion, because it's not over. You can run forever on this game. A lot of your other realistic shooters, you have like a stamina bar, so you run out of stamina, and which you wouldn't realize, you can't run forever, but in this game you can. But at the same time, some of those games you can take more than one shot to the chest and live, and in this game you take one decent sized round to the chest, you're dead. So it plays a huge part of the game. You get shot, you have to put a plug in it with a bandage. You have to bandage yourself up so you don't bleed out. There's a lot of really good aspects that they bring in to the realism. Bullet travel, the way you have to lead and stuff, and you can use that to your advantage. If someone's out in the distance and they're missing shots, take off running, parallel to them instead of directly at them, and they'll have to try to gauge their shots and probably can't do it if they were missing while you were standing still. So just use that to your advantage. I think realism is one of the bigger pros of this game. So this game has deep mechanics. We're going to list this under pro and under con. Some of the big mechanics, I think one of the most important one is where you place nodes. It depends on how deep across the map you place them. You can only place them on your side, only on friendly territory, but the further you go out from your headquarters, the more resources those nodes give. So it's very important. The way, you need to move your armor around, which rounds do what to, they have certain rounds that do more damage to a tank. Well, if you hit that tank in the back, it's going to do even more damage because there's not as much armor on the back. So there's a lot of mechanics you need to take time to learn. If you're, doing roles like commander or officer, it may be best to jump into a game without people and just try them out real quick. See which roles do what, if they cost any supplies, how much of this can you use, stuff like that. That way you can learn it and go out there and just stick it to the Nazi bastards. So my next point, it's going to be 2 points in one. I probably could have combined them. It's going to be few bugs and frequent updates. So you have frequent updates that consistently keep this game moving in the right direction too. So if they find a bug, they fix it, or they attempt to fix it. So far I haven't really seen any breaking bugs yet in my time playing it. It keeps the game with the way they update it, and they don't care to come in and patch it, so it keeps it fresh and clean when you play it. The developers are amazing. You get a weekly update. If you go on Steam or on their Twitter or anywhere, you at least get one thing weekly. It tells what they're working on to fix or what the next update is. They're Black Matter, that's the name of their company, and they were founded 2015, and this is their only game as of now, which is a delightful shock that this game is this good, because a lot of developers don't put the time in, as we saw, example, Battlefield 5. Very hyped up game, people were ready for it, and they didn't update it. It completely died. You had people running around, no bodies, you could only see their hands, or the example, their BR totally died because they never updated it. This is not the case with Black Matter. They are quick to update. They want to update. They are not happy unless you are happy. That's just how they are. So give them some love. They definitely deserve it with how well they've done with this game. Next to teamwork, this is my next favorite pro. Many roles. There are so many roles in this game, it's not even funny. Just normal basic infantry, you have 9 roles. But it's really more than 9 roles. So you may be an engineer, yeah, that's the role, but it's kind of got sub-roles to it. So maybe you're just attacking with your team. Maybe there's nothing you need to do at this moment. So you take your gun, you move with your squad, you shoot and kill. Well, okay, so the point you all are going to may be a friendly point, and it's starting to get taken by the enemy. So your officer tells you, hey, go back to the last point, start building defenses. So you'll go back there and you can place, barricades, wire, a whole bunch of stuff. You can place a bunker and upgrade it all the way to where it's super good. There's just a bunch of stuff you can do in that role in particular. Well, okay, maybe we lose a point and it wipes out all of our resources. So the commander of the team tells your officer, hey, we need nodes. So you can go, as the engineer, go grab a supply truck from your HQ and take it and drop off supplies, jump out, build 3 nodes, 1 of each node, and maybe drive to the other side of the line and build 3 more. That way you get the most benefit for the node and you're helping the team out by doing that, and you will get experience for all this. So it's super, super important to learn at least 2 or 3 roles. That way when someone needs to do something, hey, we need an engineer to do this. Maybe you haven't played the engineer, but you've played the support class. Hey, I'll jump on support if someone else can jump over to engineer. I'll help the support guy out because you can drop supplies for him. So it's very important to play these different roles, see what you like. There probably is something for you. I mean, you have the 9 roles, then you have each tank crew has 2 different roles, tank commander and a crewman, and then the recon squads have a spotter and a sniper, and then you have the commander, and then it's just very well balanced in my opinion. Nothing's overpowered because you only can have 2 recon classes, which is great. You're not getting quick scoped or sniped all the time. It makes it very nice to only have the certain number of roles that they've given us. Okay, so now it's on to the cons. There are a few cons. Some of these you'll also notice are the same things that are in pros, because sometimes a pro has a con to it. So the first con is teamwork. This game is very team focused, like I said, but if you have a few people who don't want to be a team player, it can really ruin the game. And that's unfair to the ones who want to do well and play as a team player. But that is what it is. You kind of have to get over that. It's in any game. A lot of other games, Call of Duty, for example, you just have trolls. You don't really have that in this game, but you do have people who don't care about being a team player. Our next con is mechanics, also in the Pro tab. But the thing is, with mechanics, you have people who think they want to play this game, saw a video they liked, watched a video they liked, so they're going to pick it up and play it, but they don't care about the mechanics. This goes hand in hand with teamwork. If you don't want to learn the mechanics of the game, don't play the game. Honestly, it's not fair to the people who spend time playing the game and enjoy the game. If you're not willing to learn the mechanics, you shouldn't be playing the game. The mechanics, some of them are a little more difficult to understand, but you will eventually get them. Just ask questions you don't have. Most people in the game will help you out. It's a good community. So yeah, mechanics is one of the cons. Our third con, in my opinion, is difficulty of combat. It can be a little overwhelming coming from a game like Call of Duty or Battlefield, games like that, and then stepping into this game. No Let Loose is a very, very, very different game with very little room for error. If you make a mistake, most likely you're going to die or a teammate's going to die. And that can just be irritating for both you and the people you're playing with. So take your time, don't rush it. Again, have questions, ask. It's simple as that. Our fourth con, in my opinion, is game modes. Not saying that I have a better solution. I'm just saying there's only 2 game modes. One of them I really like, one of them I don't. I'm not going to say which one. That way I don't, sway your perception of the game. And that's one reason I'm not spending a lot of time on the cons. But more than 2 game modes would be great. the last con, it's not a con to me, but I know it may be a con to some people, is the level progression is pretty slow. You can get max level in other games like Call of Duty, for example, and a few hours of playing. Max out a gun, whatever. This game, it's going to take you a little bit to get each role leveled up to even level 3. So don't worry about it. It's good because it lets you learn that weapon and the kit that's with that weapon. But I do know that'll be a con for some people. Okay, I'm going to wrap up the video here. If you liked the content, drop a like, subscribe, and in the comment section down below, if this video did help you decide to try out Hell Let Loose or not to try Hell Let Loose, let me know in the comments. Hopefully it kind of talked about the game enough without going too much in detail. Sometimes I ramble on and on. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great day. Stay safe, and we'll catch you in on the next one.